front of SSKC. We've been running around hectically trying to get shit ready. We still have not gone to tech. Some of the cars haven't gone to tech. Light guys went out. Junior was P4, Miguel was P8. No, P6. I think Miguel was just scrubbing the tires. And we should be ready to go sometime today. You guys know Farshay, he's running shifter master. Hey guys. It was from his camera view that you guys saw the incident. He's doing well though, so.
Yeah, he's over here.
Yeah, he's much better.
Great. Had surgery 2 days ago and is here now cheering us on. Hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore, that's hard. So we're gonna go get in practice. Farshad's about to go out. Then we go after him, so full send mode. Hopefully I can keep up with these guys. Good competition out there. Catch you guys on track. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks, guys.
So our warm-up is underway. We get one and only warm-up, and I like to just go. I want to see how the kart handles with cold tires, because at first and second lap, you know how your tires are up to temperature. So I just like to go for it, rip it, and see how quick I can get up to speed, just to know how the kart handles and feels. Our goal for this practice was Heath and myself. We were just going to go work together and get going. Also with Gabe, but Gabe was having throttle issues. When we came back in the pits, he says his throttle wasn't opening the slide up all the way. Looked fine down the straightaway, but I'm guessing it got worse when we were in the tighter section. So just following Curtis here. Behind Gabe, they were going, I think this is when it started happening, because Gabe was really slow off the corner, but then I couldn't get by him because of my gear. That hit right there was Heath just shoving me forward. He had a much higher gear for the straightaway, and then the kart was just handling great after this. I didn't make any changes. I wanted a little bit more front end bite, which I messed up for qualifying, but that's all right. I did a slight little change. Here I'm glad I stayed off of Roy. He went a little wide. Started driving really well. Ended up catching Manny, my buddy. I hadn't seen him in like over a year, which was great. My goal was just to get by him as cleanly as possible. But I couldn't get around him in the back section. So I had to wait for the straightaway, and I know I wasn't geared for the straightaway, so it was going to be kind of difficult. But with Heath behind me, I know I could get by around him. I was just pulling a little bit on Heath on the tight section, and then by the time he would get to my back bumper on the straightaway, it would be like really towards the end. So none of the passing would happen into turn 1. All the passing would start happening in turn 3. So like right here, I'd get a good run out of 2. Heath would get behind me, and then right here Manny decides to back out of it. We get a good clean in. Good practice session. We had some old tires on, so I was really happy with P5, but I know I had a lot of work to do because the leaders were 4/10 in front, so it was really hard to say we were doing good.
It's a hot day. That's all I gotta say. Stupid hot. Practice in the books, P4, Heath P3, Phil P1, and then Ron P2. I came across the scales a little heavy, but that's on me. So a top 5 this weekend, I'll be happy. Put some new tires on the kart. Hopefully that does something. I don't know. I was gonna do a gear change, but I'm gonna send it. I'll do a gear change before the pre-final. So getting ready. Senior class about to qualify now, so we'll see. Miguel did a gear change. Guessing it was on the wrong gear. Jed was quick, so James, he's having issues. He's a little slow. Kart problems, but he'll be there in the finals. He'll wake up, and yeah, that's right. Get ready to go.
So qualifying here, the goal was to get a toe off of Heath, but Heath was gone. He had a really good first lap. I didn't. So, and then it was to get a push from Gabe, which didn't really happen because I had too good of a first lap myself compared to him. But he was close enough to get a toe. So it was really good overall for the team because Heath ended up P3, I ended up P4, and Gabe ended up P5. So it turned out great. Heath was just faster today. Gabe was really quick as well. He has issues stringing a lap together. I did change to a kart, which made it tighter. I widened the front end. Not a good choice. So I ended up going back to my original setup, which helped out. But happy with qualifying. I was not expecting me that far up front for sure. Whew. Just got done with qualifying. Ended up P4. Pretty good run. Heath was quicker. He ended up P3. James, man, sandbagging, flew. Rock Juniors just had a pretty big accident. Looks like everybody's okay. Saw the TV guys run out there, flip the car off one of the kids. Crazy. We don't ever want to see anything bad happen like that. So senior pre-final coming up for the Briggs. Miguel's starting P7, Junior starting P6. I got some work to do. Even Dylan didn't get that good of a lap in, so should be a good run. We'll see how it ends up in the end. So definitely.
I vlog.
They're being nice to each other now until they put the helmets on. It's all game. Then they'll get on the scale. Yeah, hit me. They look like the micro kids arguing. So, all right, we'll see. I told you James would wake up. He just needed a quick old man's nap, and then he was going to be up front anyway. When I saw the times for qualifying, I was not shocked at all that he was up front. He was just sandbagging in practice. Had a really good start. You know, it was just trying to be careful, jostle around for positions, you know, be safe. Ron was trying to get by, and he ends up braking a little earlier than I even expected, so I end up getting the back of him, which I felt bad, but it worked out great for me because I got by him. I got by him and the rest of that crowd. Kart was handling great. The changes I made back, I should have just left that the whole weekend. The kart was doing an amazing job. I fell back from the top three for a little bit. And then 2 laps later, I was back on their back bumper. I was pushing forward. It was handling like a monster. And next, you know, after a couple laps in, the handling just went away. I felt something stabbing me in my side, but I couldn't. Like some turns, I'd feel it more than others. The seat had broken, and I was pushing on the seat strut itself. So it was not a good, you know, it wasn't good at all. It was very painful, and the kart just does not handle right when the seat's all torn apart. So my goal was just to hang on for dear life. I was trying to do my best. The top 3 were, you know, really, I was just right there, but the gear I had on, I couldn't make anything work with it because they'd pull away down too far down the straightaway, and then in the tight section, I would catch them back up. But when the handling went away, they started to pull away. I couldn't run the gear they were running. I was coming across the scales at 400 pounds. That's just on me, though. That's my fault. I definitely need to do a little bit more cardio in the gym for sure. And maybe lay off the Chips Ahoy. But other than that, I had a great race. I had a blast. I was competitive. I was very competitive. I did not expect to be this close up front. Heath had an amazing race, man. He was running up there in P2. I'm glad to see that. Barry was having a great race too. And then Phil and Ruben's chairs, they were freaking flying. They started dead last, I think, and they were moving. I know chairs did. So flying up ahead, those two were working well together. With 2 laps to go, my kart I was the second slower lap. So I was watching this happen from the very back. I was hoping they'll get racy and dicey. So right here, Chairs makes a move on Phil, and he gets by Phil on the inside of this turn of turn 4. And from my point of view, I think Phil should wait a lap more. It's just a racing incident. He went on for a move, caught his rear tire, flipped Chairs ended up breaking his collarbone. So speed recovery to Rubens. I hate to see that. That's just my opinion.
Hopefully, you know, it's just my one personal opinion. He ended up P4. I ended up P4, so, you know, speedy recovery, guys.
Woo! Well, pre-final in the books. Kart was moving well until the seat gave out and I got passed, and then people started getting impatient and there was a flip. Hopefully Ruben's chairs is okay. I hate seeing that. You know, hopefully we'll calm down. He's up and walking, but he has some ice on his shoulder. He landed pretty hard, so definitely I'm glad that he's okay. It's gonna be a fight. We're gonna get this fixed, put back together and send it. So seniors final, Briggs seniors final did not go as planned for us. Junior went straight into a wall in turn 2. He's fine. Miguel got in a wreck very first lap. He went from last and worked his way up back up to 10. So Briggs heavy coming up. Heath is going to carry the flag for us today, right Heath? Yeah. He finished P2 in the pre-final. He's looking for P1, P2, hopefully P1 in the finals. So I'm starting P4. I don't have anything for these guys, so top 5 I'll be ecstatic. Let's go get them.
So here we go for the finals. The whole goal was to get away clean, don't get into a wreck, and don't wreck anybody. So the outside line did not get that good of a start. I was able to get a decent start. I got on the inside right where I needed to be, but then the kart just washed out right on top of Barry. I felt really bad, but then, man, that just I'm glad I didn't wreck him, to be honest. I was very happy I didn't wreck him, but I had such a good start and then just lost it all there. So the Matt got a really good start to 20. Heath got a good start, which was good. James got a really good start. So they all got really good starts. My goal was just to try to get past Curtis, because Curtis was just faster as the run went on. He would get really fast towards the middle end of the run, and I'd just be quicker at the beginning. So if I could get by him, maybe pull away a little bit of gap, since he was that quick, it would be harder for people to get by him. He looked over, he pointed me by. Thank you for that. And then I run off the track. So it wasn't the best start, but then Heath and Barry get into a little bit, so I was thinking myself I could probably run up to the back of them and start moving up forward. But I just didn't have the pace today. I could make up whatever excuse I could, but really just I was lacking overall pace. I just could not run with the top guys. You'll see here again, the video before I thought I had just ran out of gas, so it wasn't that. The motor had kept cutting out on all the right hand turns. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Phil was coming through from the back again. His kart was just on rails. He was stupid fast, and then I just didn't have the pace. So Ron was helping him out as much as he could, pushing me, but you know, 2 karts are always faster than 1, but I was just holding him up. So this lap I ended up pointing him by. Maybe I could follow him and we could go a little bit quicker if we just swapped the position around, but you know, that didn't even work out. Ron was able to pull away a little bit. He made some slight mistakes which kept me close, but really not enough to help him out. So he was just towing me around the track. We were actually catching the leaders at this point again, so actually we should have switched earlier, but I was stubborn. And then finally I just said no, it's better for him to lead than me, because I just didn't have the pace. So coming up to last lap, motor was just running really rough. It just kept cutting out for some reason. Just didn't know why, and I was really happy with the position I was in. I was hoping I would just end up P6. That would good salvage of the weekend. You know, with possibility of rain coming tomorrow would be great, but then the motor decides to shut off for good. So it was just so frustrating. 2 weekends in a row, just motor cutting out. So we had to fix it. We got to try something different. Good job to Heath. Very proud of him. P2. Good job to James for winning. Good job to everybody. It was just a really good race. Just not the result we wanted. That's all.
That third place, Briggs Jr. today.
So, end of the day, Jam Racing did not do good, except for Heath. He went P2 in the finals. I don't know what the heck's happening with my motor, guys. Every right-hander, the motor cuts in and out. So, we checked the carb, that's fine.
We think we're hitting it with the elbow.
I might be hitting the off switch with the elbow, but I'm going to take a whole motor apart. After James raped me today, he's offered to let me borrow a motor to see if it keeps happening. So if it doesn't get better for tomorrow, I'll be swapping motors. Thanks to James Perkins, great guy. So I mean, after he beat my butt, so man. So heading over to the podium. Congratulations to Heath. Thanks for everybody that came over, say what's up. It was cool. Rehydrate tonight, send it tomorrow. And maybe do a couple changes. Just a couple.
AJ's got to put it on right after. But anyway, Shifter Master here. Congratulations.
Look how happy he is. I'm so proud of him.
We'll get one more picture
So
of you
happy
three.
for him.
My first victory over you. That's all that mattered.
All right, and then you can leave the trophies actually right on the podium.
He was faster
We'll
than me
get
all
those
day.
Shifter Master trophies shipped out.
Me too today.
The last
It's like a win for
minute
us.
ad. And again, we'll be